Fulbright mission is about young scholars taking the initiative toward intercultural exchange. And by young scholars, we mean students who are about to graduate with a bachelor's degree or students who already graduated and for about 5 to 6 years can seek PC's endorsement in the Fulbright application process. And there are basically two kinds of Fulbrights that these recent BAs are eligible for. One kind is they propose an independent research project in any one of about 140 countries. And that project can be in any discipline. If they get it, they'll get 9 months of full-time funding and they go off and do their project on their own, and at the end they produce a product, whether it's a 30-page paper or video, whatever it is they proposed. The other kind, and the second kind has been more popular at PC and we've been doing so well in our applications for this, is what is called an English teaching assistantship. And a student who's about to graduate can apply to go to one particular country and work in a classroom as an English teaching assistant. And if they get it, they'll be given a position in a school. It could be a primary school, it could be a college. And when they apply, they indicate the direction they want to go in. But their English teaching assistantship will only be about 25 hours a week, and the rest of the time they're expected to volunteer according to their abilities and enthusiasms, but always around the idea that they're a really terrific U.S. cultural ambassador. When a student, after a summer of coaching just from me, because I'm the person on campus over the summer that can help do that, and I do this coaching in meetings on site if they live nearby, but if they don't live nearby, we set up phone conferences, we use email, we pace it over the summer. We're in touch about once every 2 weeks. Then in mid-September, they submit 2 essays, one a personal statement, one a project description about the country and what they hope to do there, and then a whole lot of other info, a transcript, answers to multiple short answer questions, and then a committee of 5 professors at PC from a variety of disciplines interview each candidate alone for about 20 minutes. That committee of 5, I'm one of the 5, also read the materials very carefully before and after the interview. And then someone from the committee writes to the student and says, here's what we found particularly wonderful about your application, and here are a few things we think you could do in the remaining 2 weeks before the national deadline to strengthen your application. So really at PC, we don't use that committee moment as a way to cut people out. Because if someone's completed the application, they're already at a high standard, right? They've met a high standard. So we use it as a final draft opportunity, and that's working out well for us, very well for us the last 5 years. So since 1940s, well, since the late 40s, there have been PC recipients of Fulbright, but only a smattering here and there. And then around 2010, the college made a commitment to getting the word out to our seniors that this is available. I think in the first 5 years they were working on it, we had maybe 6. You'd have to look and see, but about 6 students, maybe 7 in those first 5 years. And then I started coaching just LAH students, liberal arts honors students, who applied for Fulbrights 5 years ago. And then 3 years ago took on a bigger role with all students. And in the last 5 years, we've had 10 seniors or recent alums. Our 3 Fulbright recipients this year, and they've all decided to say yes. You know, once it's offered to you, you do have to make that final step. Yes, I want to do this. We have Kevin Cranny, who's a liberal arts honors student, a history major, just wrote a senior thesis on Irish immigrants in Pennsylvania who became labor activists in the latter 19th century, the Molly Maguires they were called. And he's a trombonist in our pep band, our wonderful PC pep band. He'll be going to Malaysia, and he'll be working with children in Malaysia as an English teaching assistant. He'll be bringing his trombone. He told me he's also learning harmonica because it's easier to carry and he can take it more places, so he'll be bringing his harmonica. And he also has background each summer out in Pennsylvania as an outdoor educator with students, young students with learning problems. So Fulbright took all of that into account when they chose Kevin. We also have Emily Serwan, who's a global studies and history double major. And she is near fluency in Spanish. She's also worked with Latino immigrants in the Providence area, and Fulbright took all that into account, we know, when they chose her to be an English teaching assistant in Spain. And Elena Morganelli, who's been a student assistant in the foreign languages department here, and she's a global studies and Spanish double major. She'll be going to Spain as well.